So I want you to listen to some clips I'm going to play you, because they will tell you what time it is right now in the UK.
Take your time. There's no rush.
I switched the boiler off a long time ago, and we use hot water bottles. I've got jumpers on the children. My mum's knitted socks. I've got a condition where I can't regulate my own body heat.
Right.
And I didn't even want to come on, James, because...
Well, you don't have to. We don't have to do this here. Hey, take your time. Do you want me to just jibber jabber for a couple of minutes while you get your breath?
What I'm trying to say is,
yes.
I work, and they say work is supposed to be paid, and I'm on tax credits for my children, and my income seems to go onto the bills.
You're doing everything right. You're doing everything right, and it feels like you're going backwards.
Like, I was on single adult with my council tax, and then my son's in sixth form, one of the children. As soon as he turned 18, they said, right, you pay full council tax. The system just doesn't... I don't think they understand. They do not have a clue, even if you're working full-time, James.
I know.
They don't understand. For a single person with 3 children... and the children, they're fine. I try and feed them. We have one meal a day, James. They go without breakfast, and they choose to. I try and give them fruit, bananas in the morning.
Yeah.
At school, they all say, "Mum, I'm fine," but it's the guilt I live with. But I make sure I give them a meal.
Myself and my wife are pensioners on fixed incomes. Our energy bill has increased from £120 to £290.
As you can see, we're £648 in the red. We are clocking up about £200 a month. It's going to be really hard to catch up. Look at that, 259.
Some of my more elderly friends are having to make a decision between heat or eat. It's immoral. It's absolutely immoral.
My electricity and gas bills have drastically increased already. It feels that there's been no help from the government.
The prices in the supermarkets are ridiculous. People need to understand the impact it's having, particularly on the elderly and the poorer people of this country. I feel very strongly that there should be some subsidy and some help from the government with this.
My energy bill has gone up from £80 to £197 a month. The cost of living has increased the petrol prices, so I'm trying to scale back the use of my car.
Are you having a goddamn laugh? I put £20 on Saturday. It went straight on to £13. I put £20 on Monday. It went on to £13. How are we supposed to live? Because I bought 2 bags of sodding shopping, 2 bags, and it comes to £101, like 3-day meals. How the hell are people meant to live? Tell me.
I can't do this no more.
Deborah is on her own with a teenage daughter and 10-year-old son. She pretty much has no spare money to pay for anything other than food and clothes, let alone family activities.
It does feel awful knowing that I can't do a lot of things apart from the everyday things that they're supposed to do, like go to school and stuff, but I want to have fun with them. I know deep down that they want more from me.
Deborah is using a hot meals service which started just a few weeks ago with 10 people. It's now packed.
We are feeding a lot more people by the day, and our cooker, as you can see, is not commercial size no more. We can't cook.
But even with these handouts, and we can't know for sure, organisers estimate at least half the children they're feeding are malnourished.
A lot of them, from my experience, I have noticed, were missing out on school simply because they weren't healthy enough. They would get tired in their games, football, they weren't able to run around, and they're just not able to afford enough food.
I'm not providing any advice for this podcast session today. I'm just relating to, and only so much. I'm just relating to what I'm witnessing, as well as yourself. Britain is going through something very interesting, and we probably haven't seen anything like this probably since, is it the 80s and World War II? Do you know what I mean? We're seeing a serious decline. Britain's economy has been growing for a long time. This episode, I'm trying to say so many things at once, and so what we're used to a very high standard of living generally, as compared to many countries, and I think we're about to see a change. Those clips rocked me, and I bring up the changes because it's going to be drastic and very fast. Poverty is something that I'm acquainted with. I've spoken to my kids about how poor we were growing up. We there was a point where I don't remember ever going to the shop really with my mum and dad and buying clothes. It was always hand-me-down clothes. And, it wasn't until I was probably about 15 that I had my first hamburger to myself. We would have to, I have two younger sisters, and we'd have to share that hamburger. Not Big Mac, hamburger. We'd have to share that in the back of the car. My dad broke it as he was driving. Share a bit hamburger from McDonald's. I know poverty, just having no money. And some of the greatest people in society have come from no money, from serious poverty. So, we're not, I'm relating to it only so much, but this is definitely not my situation now. I guess I'm just saying I'm empathizing, and I want everyone to be aware of what's coming. I'm in a couple of podcasts back, I asked a question to Philippa from Early Help. What do you think the impact of lockdown is? And she said exactly what I was thinking. We haven't even seen it yet. Social services is still processing that gap, that 2-year gap almost. Was 18 months. There's an 18-month gap in seeing our children. The impact of the loss of jobs, the furlough scheme would have ended by now. The date now is the 4th of May 2022. It ended a little while back. It cast a shed load of fear into many families. What now? Going back to jobs that don't exist anymore. There's inflation, and the cost of things has skyrocketed. I said this before. I went to Tesco and I had 3 bags of food for £80, and we are a frugal home. 3 bags of food for £80. It shocked me. That was at the self-service till. I was confused. And that was a good 4 months ago. So I'm just saying I'm so sorry for you if you are struggling right now. The question is, what's happening next? And what do you think the impact will be on society, and the role that you think social services will be playing next? What new developments will take place and needs will be required from social services to support whatever you think is going to happen? Is it going to be a mental health pandemic? Is it going to be a call for therapists? Are there going to be an increase, sadly to say it, but I have to say it here, an increase in suicides? Are we looking at anything significant from the government? I'm not in a situation. I've been there many times, but I'm not in a situation to have to choose between heat, petrol, and food. I'm not in that situation now. So although I've been there, I'm still talking to you as if from the humble position of, you show me. You tell me what you think is next, and tell me what you think we need to do. Tell me what this platform can do for society, for social care, for your institution. Help me understand that. Because I think that this situation with the increase in energy bills, which have doubled, and that doubling means different things to different people. Sometimes it's life or death, doubling the bill. And I think that last video got me big time, because I'm watching it. You're hearing it, but I'm watching it. Where, when you're crying, but your tears aren't enough, so you have to stop crying. So I'm asking you, like, what's next? What can we do to help? There are more creative people out there than myself. Tell me what this platform could possibly do to help. Okay? If you feel that there are a range of services that people can get their hands on, let me know. If you want to join on the podcast, let me know. Guide us, please. Really appreciate your time, and let empathy ever flow from you. Because I think as some of my friends use the term, it's getting real out here. Look after yourself and do what it takes to stay afloat. Just don't hurt anyone or yourself in the process. Take care.